Om Shanti. So before I start, I wanted to ask if those who do these sessions, do they keep their cameras on or are we supposed to keep them off or how does it work?
Yatan bhai, your voice is very low.
Is that right? Okay, I wanted to make sure that too is optimized. I'll check my audio settings. How does this sound? Is there
This
too
is
much of
better.
background noise?
This is better.
Let me click on automatically adjust. Now, this should avoid background noise as well. So I'm sure now it is much better, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So my question was that in general, when these kind of sessions happen, do the speakers turn on their cameras?
It depends upon the choices. Usually, it's a very early morning, so it's we keep our cameras off.
No, what about the speaker?
Your choice.
Acha,
Your
our
choice.
choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Acha, acha, okay. So, anyways, I was tasked to take the Murli of the 19th of April 1984 for Murli Manthan. So, as you already know, you have read this Murli in the group, and I'm sure you might have also revised this Murli on your own. Some of you have been with Baba for quite a while, so you might have heard, read, studied this Murli many times in the past. This is a very simple Murli on one side, one hand, and at the same time quite deep. And it shouldn't take too long to really churn this, to go deeper into this, because it's pretty straightforward. Now, the essence or the title of the Murli is The Qualifications of Souls Who Have Loving Feelings and Are Knowledgeable. So, the qualifications of souls who have loving feelings and knowledgeable. So, on one hand, Baba is telling us about how souls who have devotional love function, and then on the other hand, how the souls who have truly understood Baba, how do they go about the business of connecting with Baba and dealing with life situations and how they perceive life in general. So you see, Baba in beginning is talking about devotional love. So one is devotional love of the souls in the world who have absolutely not understood who God is. There are many souls in the world who do devotion, but and I would say not but and their love for God is profound, extremely deep. However, they have no clues of who God is because also they don't know themselves. So, how can they know God? God has chosen us. So, we are the fortunate children who have truly understood God, right? However, even amongst us, there are some of us who have not truly understood God as He is. And so many times, or I would say many of us, in the beginning at least, we bring that same kind of devotional love into this knowledge. And then over time, we begin to experiment with God and understand God and study God and all that He's teaching us. We, over time, begin to understand God truly as He is. And so that transition has to happen from having devotional love to love that is on the basis of true understanding. So, what is this devotional love? You see that Baba is there, Baba is going to take care of everything. I love him so much. And this feeling that Baba is truly going to fix everything for us. That is love, that is all like devotional love. But true knowledgeable love, or love that comes from deep understanding, tells us about the law of karma, about the role of God, role of time, role of drama, that God is, that is Shiv Baba, is here for a certain task. He's not really here to fix our problems. He's here to give us the knowledge. He's here to guide us. And of course, give us all the moral support that we need. However, we have to do all the legwork. We have to make all the effort ourselves. If we follow God's guidelines, if we follow His teachings accurately, then this whole effort making process is going to become very easy. So, this effort will not seem like effort, it will become effortless effort. It will seem as if we are gliding through life, as if the whole universe is now flowing through us. We will excel in everything that we are doing, whether in personal life or at the center with the yagya, whatever service opportunities we have been tasked to do. So you see, the important thing is to understand God as He is, who He is, what He is here for, really, what is He here for? So you see, many times people in the world also think that if my pet has died or if something is going wrong with my child's health, then God should come and help. He should intervene. Maybe He should bring somebody who's already dead back into life, or just by a magic wand that He could wave over us, all our problems can be fixed. And so, even as we come to Baba, the same understanding sort of perpetuates, at least for some time. For some of us, for others, it goes on for a long period of time. That Baba is going to fix everything, Baba is going to take care of everything. Yeah, we say that so that we don't end up having, arrogance that we are the ones doing it, that it is this deep sense of Karan Karavat Har, instrument consciousness, that God is there, Baba is there, we are following His footsteps, we are under His guidance, under His canopy of protection, and it's not really us doing it. And so there should not be that any kind of overconfidence or arrogance of, that we are doing it, really speaking. However, the crux of the matter is that we have to do all that is needed to be done. That's what Baba is over and over trying to explain in the first part of the Murli. And he's saying that what happens is when there is just love, based on those devotional feelings of love, then, and clearly there's no recognition of God, then the soul is not able to accumulate the real power. And if the soul is not able to accumulate power within itself, then it won't be able to handle life challenges, life situations. On the other hand, if we have truly understood Baba, then we will make our effort in such a way that we'll connect with Baba more, we'll do more yoga, we will be more diligent in the Murli class, listen to the Murli well, study the Murli well, so there will be more power that the soul will be able to accumulate, and therefore all any problems, any trials and tribulations that come, the soul will be able to breeze through them. So you see, this is very important to understand. And if you look here, there's this sentence that Baba is saying about liberation and liberation in life, that those with devotional feelings and those who have truly understood Baba, both will go to Liberation first, that is the supreme abode. Of course, the whole world is going to go into liberation. And then all of us are going to go into liberation life, that is in heaven. So this is really not for those people, the worldly people who have devotional love, you see. This is for us, Baba's children. So some of us who still are stuck in that devotional love, we too will go into heaven. However, the difference will be in the attainment of the status. You see, who will be 108, who will be 16,108 or 16,000, who will be 900,000. And out of all of this, there'll be some who will be, will be passing with honor. They'll be the 8 victorious jewels. So, in which category are we going to come? Which ones are we going to be? The ones who are truly victorious, or those who come in the normal public? You see, the people who would be watching the royal family in the palaces. So they too will be happy, they too will experience abundance. However, there is going to still be a difference between the status of those who are royal family and those who are subjects. So the choice is ours. Do we truly understand Baba? And is therefore the love that we have is based on that deep and clear understanding of God, of Baba, what he is, who he is, what does he do, what does he not do, why is he here? Yes, so this is the important thing. So let's take a moment before we go on to the next part, that we are the ones who have truly understood Baba. And Baba is saying that in this part of the body itself, that those with devotional feelings will have these questions of what, why, how. And on the other hand, those who have true understanding of Baba and love that is based on that will not have any of these questions. And Mama used to always say, it's very funny how Mama used to say that those who say kya, 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 kyun, kaise, kya, so these are ka. So she would say kya karne wale kauwe ban jayenge. So we don't want to become kauas. We don't want to become crows. We want to become nightingales, quails. So how do we become that? When we are free from all the questions, when we have that much of power within ourselves. And that will again, it'll come when we have truly understood Baba. So let's take a few moments together to see ourselves in this category of souls who have truly, truly understood Baba as he is. There's just no doubt whatsoever. The clearest understanding. If I want to change something, I'll have to do it. If I want to do something or I want something, I'll have to go get it. It's not just going to be showing up at my doorstep. Even if something shows up at our doorstep, we at least have to open the door and take it inside the house. Many times, parcels, Amazon packages may be delivered at our doorstep, but if we don't take it in right away or within a few hours, somebody could steal it. So Baba has bestowed all the fortune on us. It's right here. But we have to extend our hands to take it. We have to open the doors of our hearts to allow all those gifts to go in. So we are the souls who will pass with honor, who will be in the royal family, not part of subjects, because we have truly understood Baba. Again, there's no question, no doubt whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah. Baba also says that those who have not truly understood Baba, yeah, they can become tired, they can become disheartened. But those who have truly understood Baba and their love is on the basis of that, then they will never be tired. They'll never be careless. They'll never slow down. Their aprons will be always full. They won't lose their power every so often. Now, Baba is saying this game of losing, gaining, gaining, losing causes us to be tired. You see, another example you can take is of cup, cup and water. So if there's a water faucet, maybe filtered water, it's right there. You need to take the cup and put it under that faucet. When you open the faucet, the water will pour into the cup, which you can drink. But while you're filling your cup, if you are not aligning the cup to for it to be below the faucet, the water from the faucet will not fill the cup. Eventually, it's very possible that that filtered water that you have, that jug, whatever it is, it will run dry, but your cup will never be full. Or let's say you want to enjoy your water, yeah, that cup of water, a glass of water in the other room, sit down comfortably and drink it there. But as you're taking it there, let's say you don't hold it the right way, you're careless about it, then what would happen? By the time you reach there, there won't be any water in that cup. Or let's say you are still very careful. You were careful in filling it in the right way, holding it in the right way, but still, let's say there are many holes in it. Then what would happen is still the cup will remain or become empty and remain empty. And it will never be full. So you see, we have to be careful how we are handling ourselves. See, Baba's gifts are right here. But if we are not aligned to Baba's energy, then we won't be able to fill ourselves with Baba's powers, Baba's virtues, Baba's qualities. Or if there is carelessness, then we don't hold on to it in the right way, then we're going to lose it very soon. Or if there are some leakages, that's also another way of losing it. So we have to be very careful at every moment so that we become full and remain full. And you see, when we are full, then we can also give to others. People in the world are going to come to us with the desire that they get some salvation, that they are liberated from their pain and suffering, some sort of answers to their problems. That's what they're looking for, and they'll come to us more and more. But if our cup is not full, then how will we give anything to them? So again, that cup can be full only when we truly understand Baba, truly appreciate what he is, who he is, and what is he here for. ठीक है. Another thing Baba is saying, that those souls will always say, Ji Hazir, yes, my Lord. Those who are such self-sovereigns claim a right to the kingdom of the world. Again, there won't be any hard work, laboring. It'll become effortless effort. For such souls, there'll be constant victory at every moment. Yes. This trial and error, struggling, laboring, all of those things will not happen. So as we become more and more powerful, then you see, who doesn't, who wouldn't listen to a powerful king? If we are weak kings, then no one is going to listen to us. It's like a lame duck. A weak king is a lame duck. Who is going to listen to a weak king? So if we want things to work in our favor, we have to become powerful kings, strong kings. Yeah, no excuses. It just happened. All of those things should not be in our dictionary. Yes. So Baba was acknowledging the presence of everyone, appreciating everyone, that everyone has come to Baba, to this big type of gathering that we have, every year so many times. So it's not easy. Baba is seeing this as a variety garden, variety bouquet of flowers. So many souls from so many different places come. Everybody says Baba, Baba. Yes, so Baba was very happy. All right, so far so good. This is the main Murli. To truly understand Baba, that should be the goal. And then have love, so love that comes from clear understanding of God, rather than just that devotional love, or love which lacks true understanding. Okay. So now we'll move on to the personal meetings. The first one is with the Punjab zone, and it was the time when Punjab was going through tough situations. There were a lot of terrorist problems, I guess, at that time. And whatever we have heard from our seniors, how sometimes the terrorists would even come into Baba's Murli classes. And they would look at what is going on. Everybody would remain stable, remain peaceful, stay in that meditative state, and then they would go. So all of these things, Baba would come to know, right? So many children would inform Baba of what's transpiring, what was transpiring at that time. And so Baba is pumping up the energy of the Punjab zone souls who were sitting in front of him, saying, "You from Punjab are Mahaveers." You see, in any case, those from Punjab are considered to be, fearless. So Baba is reminding them to be fearless, no matter what, everything will be all right. And so one of the biggest fears that we souls have is of death. And for us right now, sometimes it's very possible that we think death is something that may happen at some point. But for those souls who are seeing people die day in and day out because of the terrorism that was going on, so there was much more um, of that fear. The fear was mm, more palpable in those souls. So Baba is reminding everyone that you don't have to be afraid of death. And this is the dying alive concept, which you have heard so many times in these Murlis. I'm sure you have understood it very deeply and you practice that as well. But Baba says that, reminds us that if we have already died, then there is no fear of death. Yes. And so we sometimes say, I still have to do this. I should now do this. When you're unable to do it, you become afraid of death. So there are many different aspects to this, you see. There are many different types of fears of death. And I've shared this in some of the classes because I like to talk about death. I've liked in so many years to actually dissect, what is death and how can we conquer our fear of death. So you see, there are, in a way, 6 types of death, the fear of death, 6 or 5. So one is the fear of death of a loved one, you see. So what will happen to us when our loved ones die? That is one type of fear. The second is what will happen to our loved ones if we die? The third is the fear of what will happen after death. The fourth is the fear of what will happen during death. The fifth is the fear of dying too early, you see, before we have had the chance to really put in all the effort. And here Baba is talking about this fifth type of fear of death. And there is a sixth type of fear of death as well, that is fear of dying alone. So you see, so this fifth type of fear, let's go back to that. I still have to do this. I should now do this. When you're unable to do it, you become afraid of death. So what Baba is saying that whatever your effort is, whatever you need to do, we have to examine that very carefully and double it, triple it, quadruple it, do so much of effort. That's what Papa says in Murlis all along, in Sakar Murlis, Abhyat Murlis, that if we make good effort, if we don't waste our time, then we won't have this feeling that we have not done enough and that we need to, you know, um, have more time before we die. We won't want to postpone death because we haven't achieved enough. So you understand what I'm trying to say, that if we make very good effort day in and day out, not a second is wasted, then we won't have this feeling that we haven't achieved enough and we need more time before the soul leaves the body. You see, sometimes we Baba's children become more afraid of death than even the non-BKs. Why? Because you see, there is this feeling, because Baba many times says that in the Murlis too, that if we leave our bodies now, we will waste a lot of time because it will take some time for the soul to then grow up enough to be able to start taking this knowledge again. When a child is too young, he or she won't be able to understand Baba's knowledge, so many years would be wasted. That's why we feel that we shouldn't die early. We should live longer, make a lot of effort. But you see, Baba is reminding us it's not the duration, really. Of course, duration is there too, but it is the quality. The quality versus quantity. So if the quality of our efforts is really good, then it doesn't matter about quantity. It will free us from the fear of death. Yeah. So think about this. So I still have to do this. I should now do this. All of these things we have to let go of. And it will automatically go away, actually. It's not that we have to let go, but it will automatically happen when we have done everything. There's this deep sense of contentment that will come. You see, there are many types of, in fact, there are really 2 types of contentment. One is the false contentment that, or that stems out of complacency. And you don't do anything, but you don't care about doing anything. I'm contented with what I have done, what I have. It is good. The second type of contentment really comes from making true effort, good effort, the real contentment. So when we have made good effort, then we'll have that real contentment. So Baba is saying, therefore, you're not afraid. That we are the children um, who have been given everything by Baba to us. We are the best children of the bestowers of happiness. So we, in fact, have to give happiness to the souls who are caught up in fear. So you see, in a way, the best donation that we can give is the donation of peace and happiness. So people, because of their fear of death, will be suffering a lot. There'll be a lot of culture, there'll be a lot of turmoil in the minds of the people. There'll be restlessness, there'll be peacelessness. Now, it is our duty to help them through their peacelessness. You see, we have to serve them, guide them. We have to give them the peace, the solace, the happiness that they're hoping to get. But we can do that only when we ourselves are not caught up in fear. So Baba is saying, so who are the bestowers of happiness? It is not the Father alone, but all of you are those two. Therefore, you are the bestowers of peace. So give peace, you're performing the task of giving peace. People ask what service you do, therefore tell all of them that you're especially performing the task that is essential at this time. And so people in the world give clothes and food and this and that. We can do that, that's okay. But what's most important is to give peace. What greater service is there than this? Yes. So yeah, Baba is asking the souls from Punjab to specially do this service of giving peace to others. So let's take a pause here. And for the next few minutes, let's see ourselves truly conquering the fear of death. There is not even the slightest trace of fear, of peacelessness, halchal, turmoil. And we're ready to leave the body. We are not afraid of how death will happen because we know Baba will be with us, Baba will take care of us. We are doing the right things, we are creating the right karmic accounts for ourselves, we're clearing away our old negative karmic accounts, karmic bondages. So our death will be very smooth, very peaceful. And what will happen after death? We know that too. We'll go into golden age. We'll be part of the rosary of 808, 16,108. We'll come in the golden age as kings and queens, as the royal family. So no fear about what will happen in the future either. No fear about loved ones. You know, we have served them. Each one has his own journey. Each one has his own role. We are not here to really fix anything in the world. We'll fix ourselves. We'll serve them while we are there for them. They existed before we met them. They'll continue to exist after we're gone. And what will happen to us? We have our Baba. If our loved ones go, Baba is with us. Also, see, it's very important to understand these things too, that you see, Baba is teaching us self-reliance, self-dependency. There is interdependency for sure, but this dependency that people have in the world, extreme dependency on each other. So when another person, the other person leaves the body, then this soul becomes agitated. What will happen? How will things work out? Let's say somebody doesn't know how to manage finances. then that person is going to go through turmoil. Or similarly, if let's say the soul doesn't know how to cook food, and the spouse always cooks food for that person, so of course at the end there will be some stress. When that other soul is leaving the body, who will feed me? But Baba is teaching us how to learn everything, do everything, become again self-reliant, self-dependent. So that fear also goes away. And then the fear of not doing enough. I talked quite a bit about that. Let's use every moment in the right way, worthwhile way, making incessant effort, diligent effort. Not even a second wasted, not even a thought wasted. See? Now there's nothing to fear. And then I was talking about that sixth fear, sixth type of fear about death, fear of dying alone. We can never be alone. Baba is and Baba will be with us no matter what. So we will leave our bodies hand in hand with Baba. We will go back to the Supreme Abode hand in hand with Baba. And then, of course, Baba is not going to go into Golden Age. He's going to guide us to Golden Age. So we'll have his support. We'll be under his canopy of protection no matter what. So there's no fear of death. And so now we can function at our optimal level, at the best level, the highest level, when there is no fear, no peacelessness. So we can then free others from their fear, their peacelessness. So let's see ourselves doing just that. No fear whatsoever. Total peace, total calm. No turmoil at all. And now we are freeing others from their pain and suffering, their fear of death, giving them the donation of peace, the best donation ever. All right. And then there's another point, which I'm not sure whether Baba is saying this to the Punjab souls, the Punjab zone, or to everyone. This is about being angels. So angels are those who are double light. So as we progress in our efforts and as we become deities, there'll be this transition period of being an angel. And there'll be an intermediate step, if you will, of being an angel. So angel is one who has no relationship with bodies or body relations. Yeah, so फर्श से रिश्ता नहीं जिसका. So no relationship with the old self, old world. So Baba is reminding us that even if there's the slightest trace of attachment to anything or anyone, then we won't be able to fly up above. So everything new, new thoughts, new relationships, new occupation. Yes, Baba is reminding us that there will be no subtle strings. By considering yourselves to be angels, you will fly. If you remember this blessing from the bestower of blessings, you'll always remain prosperous. So, yeah, let's take a few minutes holding this thought that we are angels free from all bondages, no connections with the old world. Everything is new. New consciousness, new understanding, new mindset, total clarity, totally light, ready to fly. The next moment, we're flying. We've already changed from Brahmin stage to an angelic stage. We've already become angels. Not that we will become angels, but we've already become angels. Let's hold that thought. Let's see ourselves as angels. The future is right here. The future has become the present. You have already become an angel. And if we tie it to the previous point of becoming fearless, no fear. No peacelessness, serving everyone. And then the third point, which can very easily be tied to the first and the second point. Baba is asking us to see ourselves as messengers. So, as Brahmins, we are messengers. As angels, we are messengers too. So, the more we are in this angelic consciousness, the more we'll be able to give this message of God to everyone. Message of peace, message of love. We are the great donors. We are the bestowers of blessings. So Baba is the ultimate bestower of blessings. We are the bestower of blessings as well. So we have to give, give, and only give. Serve, serve, and only serve. Pass along Baba's message to every soul on this planet. So you see, one way is that we see ourselves as angels flying over the whole planet, showering Baba's love, Baba's peace, Baba's energy onto the entire planet, and seeing that, going into everybody's lives, touching every soul, and they're all coming to Baba. So this is one way of doing it, which is very important. But we cannot bypass the other way of serving the souls. That's what Baba has reminded us in this third point. As Brahmin souls, we have to serve others. So we have to go from one doorstep to the next. It's Sister Jayanti in one of the classes I was listening to was saying that when she went to England, to London, she didn't know how to give this knowledge to others. And there wasn't, all this setup like we have now. And so she would go from one door to the other. For a year, she kept on doing that and tried her level best to give Baba's knowledge to souls. It wasn't easy because you see, Christianity also talked about omnipresence. And even the Indian diaspora, if there were some Indians in England, everybody thought about omnipresence. They didn't want to hear that God is not omnipresent and that God is a point of light. So she faced challenges upon challenges, struggles upon struggles, trials and tribulations. But that's what made her who she is, the powerful soul that she is. Yes, so we have to also do this. Sometimes we feel, oh, if I go and tell that soul, I don't know what will happen. Should I even try? So we have to keep pushing the envelope. We have to keep trying to connect to people, do whatever that needs to be done. See, in India, you have all these senior sisters who have already done all the legwork. You see, they have connected to so many different organizations, the police department, the fire brigade department, the politicians, the industrialists, the physicians, you name it. The sisters have worked very hard to do that. Here in the US, there is still a lot needed to be done. And I'll share with you that in the past few weeks, there was this deep desire to do something. So we connected, tried to connect at least with many local organizations and interfaith organizations. So far, we haven't gotten too much of positive, you know, feedback. We haven't really been able to make meaningful connections yet, but we have to keep making effort. You see, we can't feel disheartened, we can't lose hope. We have to keep doing what needs to be done. So, serving from the Brahmin stage point of view as well. You see, it's not that I'll just sit here and do Mansa Seva. I have to get up, and I have to go to where I need to go to, where people are there, connect with them one on one and in groups, and if need be in larger groups, do whatever is needed to give the message to them. ठीक है. Om Shanti. So I think I've finished in good time. If anyone wants to ask something, talk about something, there's so much to talk about, but I didn't want to go overboard and wanted to keep it to all the things that Baba speaks about and nothing else. So yes, Kirchaben.
It's the Murli, this bhavna and gyani. It really gives me, it made me dwell into the philosophy of God. There were so many philosophy of God. I remember one philosophy where we had a competition to write on. It was called as Spinoza's philosophy. If there is no God, it is necessary to invent him. There are so many. Some say in monotheism, oneness of God. Some say there are many gods. Some say there are no gods. Some say the existence of God is not there because it cannot be proved. Some say God is one. But over here, for 2,400 years, for 2,500 years, the need of knowing God and all was not there because the soul was in its perfect stage. But the next, I would say, 2,400 years, devotion played its role. It is over here, in devotion, the devotees transcended the ego, cultivated virtues, ran after God, sang God's love, and as Baba rightly said in the Murli, performed what we say is actions or transformed the inner lives and all. That was bhavna. But now, bhavna isn't going to work. Why? Baba is saying bhavna is not wrong. Baba is pleased even with the bhavna children. But along with bhavna, there should be the knowledge of the one father, the true father. So it's only this 100 years where Baba comes and tells us why bhavna alone is not enough. Because there is only power of love, but there is no power to face. A devotee soul has got all devotion, is able to do everything. But when challenges come, he starts doubting God himself. He starts doubting the drama itself. So this is here when Baba's knowledge comes. This is here. Otherwise, in devotion, it was losing, gaining, losing. And like that, they became tired, wandering here about. But Baba is saying, once you have hit upon the target, the oneness, the one Paramatma, the one thing, then I think all powers will come to you, which is important because the next yuga which you're going to start, you need a soul where all people will listen to it. How they will listen to you if you have no power? I think this is what I took it, the philosophy of God, just power to love, power to please. But one thing we have to note, even the Gyani souls have gone through all that power of love. We have gone through all those devotion stages.
Yeah, I'm right here. Who else would like to speak?
That while this Murli was being read, and even today when you did the whole summary again, there was one reflection as Baba says that love and knowledge is the base for you to move ahead. But then we have stories of Bhagat souls like Meera and Surdas and all. How do one look at that perspective? Because they literally live their life for the love of God.
Yeah. So if you're asking a question, I'm sure Rakiben, you know the answer, but I'm so glad that you're asking the question so that we can have a little bit of discussion on this. See, they didn't attain salvation. Only we, Papa's children, will attain salvation. So only we are the ones who will go into golden age. Meera and Surdas or whoever it was, they would never come to golden age. So just that pure devotion is not going to be helpful. Love for God or pure love based on devotion is not going to be helpful. What's going to serve us is when we clearly understand Baba. And then the love that comes out of that clear understanding. That's true love. You see, let's say here, right now, let's say you're going through some challenges. Now, you say, Baba, please help me. Now, that's not what Baba is here for, to help us through our challenges. We are the ones who have created karmic accounts. We are the ones who have to free ourselves of these karmic accounts. We will connect to Baba to take Baba's power, to get all the necessary tools that are needed for us to fix the problem. But we'll fix them ourselves. We have to fix them ourselves. So see, there are two types of souls here again with this simple problem. One soul will be like, Baba, you help me. And the other soul will be, Baba, don't worry. Or not really, not worry, but Baba, yes, I'm going to fix this myself. Thank you for all that you have taught me and for being here. I'll stay connected with you. And in fact, I'm going to connect even more. I'm going to add an extra hour for meditation every day in the morning and in the evening. And I'm going to be more diligent with the Murli class. I'm going to join online or go physically, right on time, and listen to the Murli class, yeah, with more attention and so on and so forth. I'm going to engage myself in more service, whatever else it might be. You see? So then you will see your life transforming. On the other hand, if the first one, the first type of soul, may or may not get that much of help from Baba, because really speaking, Baba is not here for that. And so it is very possible that that soul will feel disheartened and then will say, oh, it doesn't work. Or maybe Baba only helps dadis, or Baba only helps such and such souls. Baba doesn't help me. So that disheartened soul will eventually become disgruntled with Baba and will eventually leave whatever little effort that soul was doing. So when we truly understand Baba, we will never have those expectations from Baba. So we will never be disappointed. We see, we will know exactly what Baba is here for, and we will take it from all of those things from Baba. That's it. So you understand, Raki Ben now? That's the important stuff. I remember long, long back when we had come to US at that time, and there was this Murli, probably this or another type of Murli, where Baba was talking about this bhavna and gyan, love for Baba based on this devotional bhavna or versus knowledge. And then we were discussing with Sister Kala, who is in Peace Village, and she also said, the day you begin to understand that Baba actually does nothing, that's when you truly understand what you need to do. So does nothing doesn't mean he doesn't do anything. That is, he's not going to fix our problems. You know? So if I want water, I have to go get it. And then it's not just getting the water. I have the different scenarios that I shared with you. I have to be very careful that my water cup is full. The cup is full with water so that I can enjoy that water. Take care.
Get that.
Okay, so I think we
I
are
hope
very
that
close
I got that. Yeah, we're close to
Yes.
closing. So we get into a short meditation before we close, Shotang bhai.
Yes, for sure, Rakivan, for sure. So yes, let's see ourselves as truly knowledgeable souls. Have the clear understanding of how the universe works, the drama works, the role of Baba, the role of our souls. And let there be true love for Baba. Not that false devotional love, but love that's based on clear understanding of all the dynamics of the relationship between God, the Supreme, and us, the souls. And based on that, see yourself moving forward diligently, quickly, reaching your destination. Every one of us will go into the golden age, but see yourself getting the most elevated status, becoming a royal family member, a king, a queen, not a mere subject. All because you have made the right effort, which again is because you had love for God based on true understanding. And then see yourself as a fearless soul who has conquered the fear of death, which itself is very nuanced. You're totally at peace with yourself, and you're sharing this peace with others, freeing them from their fear of death and all the other turmoils that might be going on in their minds. See yourself as a double light angel, totally free from all old relationships, worldly bondages, not even the slightest trace of attachment. And then see yourself as a messenger, as a Brahmin messenger, going from door to door, giving Baba's knowledge tirelessly. Coming up with innovative ways to give Baba's knowledge. Disruptive innovation, along with incremental improvement every day. You're reinventing yourself every so often, just so that you can deliver Baba's knowledge, deliver Baba's message effectively with the world. Om Shani Shanti. Yeah, so Revati Ben has a question. Where are your classes if you want to listen? I don't really upload too much. Kanishta and I do upload the Avyak Murli reading classes that we conduct. We edit those and upload. So we have a YouTube channel. I think it is Brahma Kumaris RTP or something like that, Kanishta. RTP, right? Yeah, Brahma Kumaris RTP. RTP. RTP stands for Research Triangle Park. So where we are living, it's a tri-city area called as Research Triangle Park. Cary, no, it is Durham, Chapel Hill, and Raleigh. I think, yeah, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. So yeah, that's where we are. So Om Shanti, take care, and hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And we'll see you another time soon. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Shwetang Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.